Namaste, everyone. I'm coming on here on the winter solstice. This is the longest day of the year, and I just wanted to send some Reiki to you. I have the Reiki flowing. So as you listen to these words, just absorb the beautiful and relaxing energy. I wanted to just hop on and speak briefly about the energies that are going on now, as I had to really quiet down for some bit and reattune myself with the right relation to who I am and together with the earth, and bringing in these energies. So if you're interested in just getting a little tap in on the energies that I am experiencing, and that I've taken some cards for the collective, for all of us, and how we can proceed in these. Just wanted to take a note. I did some notes here, but in this darkest day, there's still a little bit of light out there here in Pasadena. But if you're in Sweden, for example, it's very dark, very, very dark. I still have my candles on. But in the darkest of the day, we are being called to go within, to look within, to go in and be comfortable in this darkness, so that we can plant our seeds at this time to what we want to bring in into the next few months, into the maybe spring equinox, okay? Winter equinox, the darkest day of the year. And then a couple of days from here, we have a new moon, new beginnings. So it's really about being willing to go within, to get still and comfortable or uncomfortable with the darkness within, with the unknowingness, with that which we cannot see. So when we slow down, meditate, sleep, journal, go within, take cards, work with oils, go outside, take deeper breaths, shake it up a little bit, but not going in to crazy, malls, uplifted, lights everywhere, blinking colors here and there. It's really taking away from this time where we're supposed to reset, where we're supposed to receive new ideas. If we can't be still and go inwardly, how can we then fit or even receive the new inspiration? So let's go within and clear out what it is that we no longer need. Okay? The old system of who we are personally, as a society, and on a more global level, they are all being restructured. Yes, it feels a little crazy, and we don't know what's coming next. And that could be super inspiring. Let go and catch me, show me, be in the trust that you will receive the messages right on time. Okay, but there is that state of limbo before we know it. And it's so challenging to let go before that part that we're being asked to release. So instead then of looking, trying, grasping, going within, slowing down, embrace, to find a balance within ourselves, to find the harmony within ourselves, to be in right relation with our bodies, which means be in right relation with the earth. How are you enjoying your meals? Are you taking time to digest? Are you taking time to set intention for your tea and thanking it? Are you thanking the earth? Can you fill yourself with this gratitude for your body and not beat up on it? Maybe because you got sick or you gained some weight or whatever. It too has seasons. How can we surrender to it? That is the healing. To be willing to go within and not be perfect, but be willing to go within and receive the loving messages, tapping in to let go. We're in this time of change and rebirth. How can we honor the death and the rebirth? Leaves falling, trees getting bare. Can you get bare a little bit and know that your leaves too shall sprout? There's wisdom in not knowing. There's wisdom in this deep stillness. But you can only reach it when you let go of the reaching. Can you be in limbo, maybe just for tonight? Journal, go within. In this winter solstice, we're being called to honor these darker places within, the parts of us that don't know, and be in attunement with our dreaming. Our healing process is to be in right relation with our body and in harmony with our community. Work in collaboration, inspiration, and be in right relationship, even with the darkness, even with the not knowing. Can you surrender and dismantle the need to know everything right now? The need to have everything that you please instantaneously. Can we dismantle greed and jealousy and competition? Can we dismantle a disconnection with source? Meaning, can we reconnect deeply with the source? Choose deep within what feels right for you. For you. Not what should be right or could be right, but what are the decisions you're making, and does it feel right for you? How can you start to be a little more eloquent in your decision making? Okay, let's hold back from stimulation for a moment and let's honor this time of stillness and darkness so that we can make room for what is arising within us. In this time of the winter solstice, we have the closest connection to the other side. And shamans like to take journeys on this time. We journey into the darkness, and what we bring back with us is the medicine, is the inspiration, is the messages that we can go and find in those realms, the darker realms. So slow down, have a little ceremony for yourself and celebrate you, your accomplishments that you have already gained this year. Allow for the energy to come in. The moon shows us deep reflection and how we can be in right relation with ourselves. What is reflected for me, to me, through me? What do I notice around me? I just heard an owl in the back out there. Now also the sun is lining up right in the heart of the grand central sun. So as the Earth and our galaxy is lining up with the heart of the grand central sun, can you too line up with your own soul, your sun, your meaning, your purpose, your inspiration, your sunshine? Can you line up with that, dropping deeper in to your heart, and be willing to go into our own darkness, embracing the stillness and finding out what is meaningful for us, what's meaningful for you, and listen to this and know that we are in transition times. Everything is changing. Prepare for a new birth. As I took the cards today for the collective, the spirit card has to do with morality. And yes, be aligned with your own morality. Of course, don't break the rules, don't hurt anybody, but really, let's figure it out. You know what's right for you. Find it and stick with that. Okay, because the old ways are gone. The comparison and competing, it's gone. It's not going to work. It's going to backfire each and every time. How can you collaborate with yourself? How can you collaborate with your people in your tribe at work? How can you give a little more and suggest new ways? Like, let's tap into playfulness. And knowing that we are releasing the old ways. When we look at the emotion, the water card, we get maturity. I love the maturity card because it's just so stunning and beautiful. And around her head is a beautiful shape of the dodecahedron, which brings in the 12 pentagons, right? Interesting here, we had number 5 in comparison. Pentagon is a very powerful shape and sacred geometry, but here we have 12 of those. This is an incredible shape, the dodecahedron, that could create infinite joy, infinite abundance, infinite pleasures and kindness. But if it's misused, it can also create infinite destruction. And actually, the first atomic bombs were created in 2 dodecahedrons that were placed next to each other. And they would infinitely create this fusion of the electrons to create this massive destruction. So with the beauty of maturity, we go in to create for the highest good of all. We take our time and we come back into that poise, eloquence, where we choose where we place our energy, where we place our inspiration towards. Slow down. Okay. And then in the intellect, we get the lovers, right? So bringing the mind, the critical mind, the ego mind, and starting to really treat your ego like a little child and bring it into heart. Hold yourself in this deep love for who you are. And yes, we all have that ego that wants to spaz out is the word that comes to my mind. But allow for yourself to soften and hold that inner child, the ego, and there's sometimes no way of, having a deep dialogue with the ego or a child, but you have to guide it in the right direction, and then it will flourish and bloom. Okay, the final card is the fire card, and we talk about how to move forward. Okay, very interesting. We get the darkest card, the nothingness card, which is again number 5. Okay, and it looks like victory, a V, right? But it can also look like a road taken in 2 directions. So as we go into the stillness, into the dark mother, the Kalima energy of the divine mother that holds everything, that omnipresent intelligence that we all tap into, that we all know. We know what's right. We know which way to go. We just have to give it time and not jump and lash out onto the first thing that comes to mind. So as we make these choices, we go into the 0 point, into the stillness of our hearts. And the card for the heart is healing. We're healing in the ways that we see things, healing the way that we do things. And it's kind of like we got to get back to basics here and slow down and receive, right? Finding the balance of giving and receiving, finding the balance of the darkness. Be very aware of your darker side. We all have them. And then also be aware of your lighter side. We all have that too. And then come more in resonance of walking with a deep wisdom of what is being held in the darker side and what is being held in the lighter side. And then each step we walk forward, embracing our courage to heal, to align. When we heal, healing is about aligning and realigning with the ultimate mandala of our body. Take away the obstacles, the distorted vision, and come back into wholeness, into healing. Healing by being in the right relation with your body, your emotions, with your impulses and your inspiration. Being in right relation with what we are engaging in and with the collective, our communities. And as we start to build this beautiful mandala of awareness within ourselves, naturally, we can hold others too in compassionate wisdom. Dasho, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. See you soon. Thank you.